Mirage, map number 2 between 5 Power and Unique Stars. Unique Stars 1-0 up on Train, which was always going to be a difficult one for 5 Power. But what is not going to be difficult when you have so many stand-ins on your team? I believe Ponct is a stand-in as well for 5 Power, but one stand-in is better than 3, that's for sure.
Ponct? Wait, sorry, what? You mean for Unique Stars?
Yes.
Right. You said for 5 Power. You confused me. I'm easily confused.
No, I said Ponct is a stand-in as well. One stand-in is better than 3 because 5 Power have 3 stars that stand-in.
Stop this, James. What's going on?
You confuse me. Shut up.
There's too much confusion going on here. And that might be the name of the game for 5 Power on Mirage, because it will be a bit of just puggy strats. I mean, it has to be right. You can't have those super elaborate, fakes and whatnot, and really, finely tuned timings and coordinations on pushes. It's going to have to be a lot of intuition and just good chemistry, and you don't always have that in a makeshift environment. So a few rounds which you find successful, like perhaps maybe in practice they've decided, okay, we're going to have a default. We set up a default. There's lots of ways to mid round and play off of that. That's a good start. Having an A round, that's a good start. Having a B round as well. Having a B split. All these kinds of things. But we'll let the play do the talking for us as we begin to see exactly what 5 Power have to bring to bear as we enter the pistol rounds. And Insanity will be leading the charge, it would seem, on that T side towards the B bomb site. And Specs has gone undiscovered. And he'll get one sip. Oh, that's a very nice second one.
Very nice indeed, but there are a crucial few seconds for 5 Power. I would say to plant the bomb, but no one's picked up the bomb after it's been dropped. They're looking to thin these numbers, but now it is Shao Sage on his own for 5 Power. Power of 1. Might just be good enough. He doesn't really have the range with the Glock for a one shot, but as you can see there, the headshot will do around 80 damage. 79. And now Nertz is rotating, so that's interesting. I wonder if they were both seen in the same position. They're both rotating, in fact. That may give them an extra man. Let's have a look. Nertz delivering the kill, ready, waiting, lining, and firing.
Yeah, he's been pretty reliable for Unique Stars so far, and getting to start with good money. It's going to be so encouraging. There's nothing better than starting off a Mirage game, winning that CT pistol, and then winning against the force buy. that's the it's not enough, of course, just to win against the pistol. You've got to make sure you do not get crushed by these force buys. So that's obviously the next step, but you will be able to get that orb rolling in very quickly, and that's going to present a lot of interesting options when it comes to conditioning your opponents when you have the orb out first. A lot of dynamics to talk about there, but we'll see a very light investment here. Of course, the bomb did go down. Oh, nice. Oh! Just a clean snap there, coming in right at the end for an extra kill.
Nice.
That is beautiful. Now that the AKs are out, that's actually kind of a problem. I mean, we can see how much money was cost Unique Stars there, so they won't be too happy about that one.
Now we can see if 5 Power have a default and what these plays will be like. Especially mid-round, mid to late round, I would imagine will be very difficult, especially in the rounds where they don't necessarily have a man advantage. We've got gimmicks from Ponct, matchmaking strats.
Yeah. One
kill, I don't think is enough in that situation.
No, yeah, and also because 5 Power in this horrible spot where they... So this is the stand-in factor, right? So they started off... Oh, okay, I might not even get a chance to talk about that. Kuka able to do some good damage. And they will wrap into the A bomb site through connector. This is a very powerful push here coming in from 5 Power as they need to take down Nertz. He's just sitting on default. Can they somehow get rid of him? Of course, you can spot this position. Ooh. Oh, man, he's so violent, isn't he?
He's on his own forever. There was no rotation from Inferno. He wasn't convinced that the bomb was necessarily going to A, but surely Specs will not be expected on the T-ramp position. Still no plant, and they start to wonder. Inferno can't commit to the creep here. Through the crawl space. Specs doesn't have the weapon for the job. And that will get Infernal to make a play towards the jungle position, but of course he will get taken up because Insanity is waiting. That's great presence of mind from 5 Power. We saw a similar round yesterday, actually. And it's cool that we see that even with these stand-ins. So that has put 5 Power in a great position to break Unique Stars immediately.
Yeah, they definitely have the firepower. That was spoken about on the desk previously, and Insanity will close it down. Just a massive advantage on weaponry, good peek. And I was going to mention that, you know, because I agree with you. I think that gimmick smoke was unnecessary because Firepower did not have the requisite grenades to do anything in middle, but they went middle anyway. And then by the time they were finished with middle and Nerds died, they had 2 flashbangs left, and you know, there was so much time in the round. That's a really bad spot to be in as a tease, but the CTs gave up a player, and everything started to collapse in around that. And so that's a really big problem. Firepower now have full control of Mirage. Might be a while till we see some of the orbs. Kazi will back away there.
He'll be an interesting sniper to watch.
Yeah.
On this map. When the time comes.
Will be fun to watch him having free reign, for sure. Everyone receiving chunks. Chunks replenished. 2 rounds either side, and Orb into an Arquez. He was
naked.
a top fragger in the last map, but we saw some ups and downs. We saw some easy shots missed. Didn't look as clean as Kaze on the Orb.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think, like, yeah, we saw him strafe a few times before shooting, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's quick on the strafing here, considering he has no Kevlar. But if you believe in your shot, then your commitment, you will be true. The spray is there from Pongs, but he pulls his knife out, taken out from the upper area. The jump from the sandwich position. Look at the spray from Specs. It's a nice kill which cannot be responded to. Shao Sage is by the bench position. There are questions towards CT. And Kuka needs to get this bomb down quickly because those smokes are disappearing. The bomb's on the floor now, and there's only 2 plays left here for Firepower versus 4 CTs. So that's going to be a problem. Shao Sage makes it more expensive for Unique Stars, but they do win the round. They hold the AWP, and now Anakez can buy some Kevlar.
Must be nice getting that.
Touch my hand.
Kevlar. Those ceramic plates strapped around your body. It's so interesting to put some proper Kevlar on. It's not comfortable, man. Not comfortable. Right. And Arquez on the open. Nuts going for a fast push with the MP7. Like that skin. I'm a fan.
Moving accuracy. He gets, well, he tries to reload, but he has absolutely 0 support in mid, Nerds.
Yeah.
So there's nobody to cover him while he reloads. Just the 1 kill. Again, 1 for 1. The CT plays in mid is not enough.
No, it's helpful for the teams. It's actually really, really helpful for the... It's really helpful for a team that's playing with stand-ins. And because if you make it a slow round where they don't have much utility and they have to try to execute into a site...
That is quite a shot.
That's really difficult to do with a team of stand-ins. So... You know, you're right. They're giving Firepower a little bit too much of an opportunity to get into the round by just trading 1 for 1 in mid, which helps the T's for sure. This is still a doable round for Firepower. They've got good positioning. Looking to go with the triple pronged attack, and look at it. Specs gets annihilated. Kaze was just sitting, waiting for the opportunity.
That's a huge frag onto Kaze. That was really strong map control held by the T's there, but as you can see, they ran out of steam towards the end. But again, it's all eyes on these plays in mid from Unique Stars. It seems like half committed just to send 1 guy in there on his own. But now they have put Firepower in pistol territory. Flashbangs will be collected by Firepower, and it seems it will be a play towards the B bomb site. No smoke grenades, just flashes. So I imagine it's a contact play, but once you get towards the window, I think you need to well, start to charge and get a flashbang out the window, off the wall as well. It's a very strong one to throw. They want to throw on this occasion, but they do have the late flashbang. The timing is good there for the T's. They don't flash their own teammate, which is very easy to do on Mirage B with those late flashbangs. Anakez holding a line. This is an important line to hold as well, to make sure nobody makes it towards that bench position. He is continuing to charge forwards now as the wipeout quickly comes in. That's one thing to bear in mind. There's many situations like that. For example, if you're an Arch on Inferno, to hold a line while your teammates rotate to make sure T's don't get towards the pit side, which looks onto short, or there on Mirage to stop the T's making their way towards bench, and so on and so forth. Makes it a lot easier for the retake.
And Unique Stars are stabilizing. Will Nuts continue to run up mids and trade 1-for-1? Will Narquez stay true to his shots? Will Firepower have a solid push into the A bomb site with these grenades? All the questions to be answered here in this round as Kaze starts things off well with a pick, and that will completely announce the intentions here. And Narquez with the first miss. That's not going to be all that helpful here for Unique Stars. They don't get a single kill as the T's start to barrel into the bomb site. Ponks will arrive through connector, but both he and his teammates, Infernal, are very locked out of these positions. That was pretty rough.
This is a pricey one, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a pricey one.
It hurts. It burns.
He's paying retail, no discounts for the CT side. So that was an opportunist play. Two-man push was attempted by Unique Stars in the Palace position, and I presume both players were heard. The first player was quickly dispatched of, but then you saw the bait with the jumping. That from Kaze. That's beautiful bunny hopping. His mouse wheel was incredibly on point. Well oiled. That's quite the trade frag from Sage. A strong round from Firepower. Now, Unique Stars may have to give them more respect in this round, as there's no real money in the hole here for the CT side. And Akez on the table support. Old school jump peek. Don't see that very often anymore. Kaze is back in that Palace position with the AWP. So you saw him, he just jumped into position and he scoped in. If you look at, say, a Fallen in the Palace position at the beginning of a round, he will scope in at the beginning of the Palace and then walk scoped in so as not to reveal his position. If you get towards the A side of Palace and then scope, if somebody's playing close like Specs is in the shadow position, for example, then you will compromise your position and they are prepared for it, and you won't catch somebody off guard as you otherwise would. Infernal capitalizing on a flashbang from a teammate. Very nice stuff. Two-man advantage now for Unique Stars.
There's not too much positioning really going for them either. Firepower, they have Insanity on short. I don't know that he's been spotted. Well, he has now, and that's him gone. And that position on short may start to have Unique Stars wondering about what exactly that means. They will rotate an extra player here towards the B site for defense. And that's a beautiful, a very well-timed incendiary. And that really, I mean, there's no way, there's just no time here. So they will back away and hold on to what they have. But I guess they could force buy around it actually next round, because Sage has a decent amount of money. Sage could actually drop a Galil and still get the AK with nades for the next round, I think. Yeah. So they can buy. Losing the AK is a big deal. They're gonna go. Looks like they are going for it. Will Sage drop a Galil? What are they up to here? He can still drop a Galil. Okay, I feel like he should have dropped a Galil.
Tell me how you feel.
Because he can still have...
Oh, he's got to get that one. Look at this charge from Anakiz. That's not a time to miss a shot. There are trade fraggers here. Oh, that is... looked a bit panicky to me. And this is not the round to do that for Unique Stars. The trades continue all over the place. This is a very fast round. We have 3 players alive with 1:35 on the clock. There's Infernal now in a 1 versus 1. And Kaze running back towards the B bomb site, as is Infernal. He will be in position way before, so he can cut the noise. And you can see Kaze running all the way, so this will be free for Infernal. Well positioned. Uh-oh, he's given Kaze half a chance. 30 HP. The grenade doesn't hit the mark, and now Infernal has to be afraid. Kaze's quite the sniper. That is quite the shot, though, straight in the face. An expensive round, but they will prevail, Unique Stars.
Yeah, really fast contact play is a favorite on Mirage, and it almost worked. It almost got them over the line there. That was so important. I mean, this is sort of a 2-for-1 situation going on there. So, pivotal round collected by Unique Stars, and that should have them, reaching double digits pretty soon. And it's going to force Firepower to consider this B play with the pistols that they have brought up in this half buy, and it's going to be difficult for this to be successful if the B players are on point, and they are both. Oh, this is interesting. They're both by the van. This might not be all that ideal. Have to see if they can recover. The spray, the tracking is fairly good there for Ponct. He does get 2. Infernal still alive. Picked up the bomb carrier. That's down on the floor now, as his teammates will rotate in and finish the job.
Shut it down.
8-3 for Unique Stars. And a really dodgy buy coming in from Firepower, where they don't think they will be able to afford any grenades again. Two smokes, not a single flashbang purchased.
Yes, this has been a common occurrence over these minors. But we can't blame Firepower too much because of the stand-ins, but the other teams have less of an excuse to prioritize rifles so much over utility. Kaze all over the shop. He's the man you want on a sniper rifle at all times. He's gone naked for this round. With a good spawn, it is dangerous for the CTs to jump on the box, which is why on rare occasion you'll see a CT get boosted as well, because you'll have your accuracy back faster in the fashion in which they do it, and it's a safer peak ever so slightly. Kaze getting another shot off. This time it's a kill. Moving through the A bomb site now are these Ts. Infernal rotating towards CT spawn. Nerds in connector. Ponct looking to flank all the way into T ramp. Bomb not down just yet. There is a flashbang, but it's poorly positioned. Attempt to plant the bomb for short. That will delay even more and allow Ponct to get into position. Moxie going for a spray transfer. Kaze still trying to deliver a kill, but he's alone now versus 3. He is surrounded. The helicopter lights are on, and Ponct will finish off the job with the MP7. Double AWPs taken into the next round by Unique Stars, and Firepower are in trouble.
Yeah, you start to wonder if they needed that CT side to be first, because Mirage T side is actually quite technical. Obviously, it can look flashy, and you can see a lot of individual skill dominating it, but it is often set up by fairly advanced tactics. And, we're not seeing too much of that from Firepower, understandably so, with the stand-ins. So maybe they needed that CT side first. And the question is here, can they get to 5 rounds so they can have a chance when they swap over? Because Unique Stars are getting into the flow of things at the moment. Insanity will be wrapping around Connector to aid the push onto the A bomb site, where there are 3 CTs currently. 2 CTs sitting in the B apartments at the moment. They are very far away, but perhaps they will not even be required. Nerds will start things off well for Unique Stars.
It's a great play in the corner of the smoke, and Arquez need not take any... Well, actually, Nerds is in the middle of the site, so they're just waiting for Firepower. There is the bomb. That's getting greedy. Ooh, dear. And that's 10 rounds for Unique Stars. Double figures. Can only assume that he ran out of bullets there or something.
3-man mid push, Unique Stars, let's go. That's what I want this round. Give it to me. I imagine they'll probably just keep playing pretty passively and standard, because that's been working out for them. Although we do get a mix-up here from Anarquez with his AWP, looking for the aggression, but it will be another A round from Firepower, and perhaps this push towards the underpass stairs will suggest that and give an early rotation here for Unique Stars.
Shastage by the chair. 4 players on A. Shastage picking off Anarquez, rotating back from the underpass. And I did wonder, because Nerds basically smoked himself off from supporting Anarquez, rotating back into mid, so that's something to review. And now Firepower are all over the A site, so yeah, that was an unusual exchange. The bomb manages to get planted while the smoke dissipates, but Nerds picks off the bomb planter. 2 versus 3. This is a very unusual round. Shastage now moving towards CTA. Not so much for Unique Stars to do. They've got money for the last round, however, so they pretty much have to go for it. flames towards the firebox. With the bomb that ticked, maybe they wanted to drop the smoke on the bomb itself. However, unlikely it may be to defuse it, but here we are. I think like in my opinion, the plays we have seen in mids have issues. Like, look at this. Okay, I thought there was a smoke there. I'm sure he threw a smoke somewhere. I'll need to look at it in the demo. Either way, there's no support for him to rotate out. It's simply not safe for him to do that. And it should be.
Well, Narquez, he's been trying to be all over the place. Last round, we saw the underpass push, and this round, close position with on pits, which is a really nice one for the AWP. Some good damage going in there from Infernal. Trying to keep tabs on what's happening in middle. We push out of it though, and look at this dive onto the sides. Nertz defending. Nertz has been a pretty reliable pair of hands, generally speaking, in most situations. Just pushing all over the place here. Lots of 1v1s all around the map, and it will go the way of Unique Stars largely here. Kuka could change that though. He's going to catch a jumping Anarquez. The bomb needs to make its way onto the A sites. It is very far away. And Moxie is so very weak with it. He does not have confidence to move around. He spotted someone in CT. Kuka has to cut a path. He's got to get the machete out. Cut a path through the very, very troubling areas of Mirage here. There's just no way for Moxie to safely make it onto a site now. He's been so paranoid for a very long time about the player in pits. Who's repositions.
That smoke grenade looked completely random. It has, I think, landed on a roof somewhere. But there is one CT per site. Now, Moxie can't check everything. And that will be round number 11 for Unique Stars. The way it should go, really, all things considered. And now it's down to Unique Stars to close it out in the second half.
Yep, it could be over quickly to get a nice pistol round going for themselves. It'll be very difficult for Firepower to come back. You know, the force buys will start coming in. But perhaps Firepower will be fortunate on their pistol. They've got the smoke kill onto Kaze. Everybody else going for the Kevlars, looking for a fight. And a quick B-rush coming in from Unique Stars. And this might work out really well here because Firepower are actually sitting on A with 3 players, which is actually fairly unusual. Most teams play A retake, and I think we're about to see why.
That smoke you saw lined up is for the end of short, around the bricks where you would boost. It's a nice smoke to know. I learned it from watching Guardian when he was on Na'Vi. He would often throw that smoke grenade. And even if you're a lurker towards B, it can cause problems, and lead people into guesswork. Kaze and QKA remain 2 versus 4. There it is, they lose the pistol round. So when you go through the arch in apartments, you kind of just go back into the corner and line up just to the left of that tower. But if you go too far to the left, then it will... Well, it used to mess up because they're of the invisible ceilings and things, but maybe now it wouldn't with the changes to the Mirage ceiling. But it can be cool because if it can sometimes pull the CT who's playing aggressive short back into the B bomb site if they think, for example, that there's a play going to be towards B. So you can use that to make life easier for your teammates who are in mid. If you throw some flashes and so on, get aggressive. Very simple things which can take you a long way. So this is a lineup for Connector. We'll bounce on the roof and allow Unique Stars to take control of Connector. You can see the pop flash has already come in as Nertz makes his way. I'm not sure if we check the left-hand side. By the way, the bomb I think has been spotted.
Oh, no.
QKA with the CZ putting in work, and seems this 5-power force buy will be quite successful. Earth, Wind, Fire and all that.
Yeah, it's looking really good. And they'll be able to pick up so many guns as well in this round. So Ponct, his initial mission now has to be to do damage, get kills, so that there's less guns picked up. Oh, well, he will be sandwiched. He will be a sandwich. And he will be consumed. So Firepower just throwing a cog into the works there for Unique Stars. We can see the CZs doing the job there. And usually the B split is a fairly reliable way to do the anti-force buy, but Unique Stars struggling there, and they will force buy back themselves as a quick answer to Firepower's small success. And Firepower, they're going up the underpass stairs with 2 players. This is going to be rather troubling here for Unique Stars. They have nothing to defend against this. Wow. That was a beautiful read.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Where are you going? You have been arrested. They all got tased, bro. Half the score, though, of their opponent now, Firepower. That is a fantastic anti-force buy round. That's like one of the most successful ones I've seen recently.
It's a good read, but if Unique Stars had decided to go A instead, then then it looks silly. Although they did get information, but oh god, so you're looking a little bit silly.
Got hate it when that happens. Ooh, okay. The bomb has been picked off already on the A side. I was going to say, I saw the players on the radar moving away, but the job has already been done. Now, if we see Unique Stars look to take mid again, if we see the player top mid throwing the smoke on connector, for those of you 10 ATP players, keep an eye on where the grenade is when he throws it, because on 10 ATP, you line up the grenade with the corner of an aerial to throw the smoke top mid. So if that does happen, then keep an eye out for that. Nertz is moving into top mid position, maybe, but he's been counter flashed off for now, so we'll have to wait and see. 2 smokes in the mid position for now. Seems Unique Stars might be looking for something quick towards B, but they won't be offered something just yet. In the meantime, and we've got a very aggressive positioning on the ramp from Insanity. Now Anakez is looking either for a jump peek or for someone to get onto the boxes. There's a jump peek, and the apex of his jump was visible for too long, and Anakez took him out of the sky like a clay pigeon.
And it's good that they decided to back up there. For a moment, it almost looked like he wanted to go in. And, you know, it's 1 minute, just over 1 minute left. You've got that 5v4. It's perfect. And, oh, that is also perfect from Kuka. Doesn't sit on the 4v5. Decides to go and play for information, take a risk, and it's going to pay off. They're going to realize that the Ts were doubling back towards A. The CTs are coming, and it's a very nice shot there from Anakez, but the trades will come in spades here for the CT side. Firepower looking to shut this down. Unique Stars now with 40 seconds, and it's not looking too good here for them. They don't really have a solid way to get into the bomb site, and if they do, planting the bomb will be nigh on impossible. They don't have smokes, flashes, or anything really to deter these CTs from having angles on the plant spot, and there's 25 seconds to go. I'm going to run into B. Now B could work out. There's no one with an angle on it, I don't think, just yet. I do believe that Kaze cannot see that. He's not even on ticket, so he can't even see into connector. So this could actually work 10 seconds. They must plant, and Kuka could ruin everything. Looking to spoil the day, looking to thwart the plans. Oh, he goes down straight away. Specs ready for that upgrade to the AK. Now it's on. There's a real chance here for Unique Stars. And Arquez surviving, 11 HP. Kaze coming in, the last man standing from the short position. Now Specs may get a spot on him if he goes for a quick stand and then duck. Kaze moving in with a deagle. That's not a good sign. Ooh, that was close. That could have been it, but he's looking to save the AWP now. Knows there's not enough time. And Unique Stars, they found the one singular way to win the round, which was to go B through short.
Talk about a hero frag. I can't believe that they managed to plant the bomb in that situation. That's absolutely bananas. A huge play from Unique Stars. Huge. That was monumental. Let's have a look at the replay. Look at the flick. That is why you have to jump earlier. That is massive. When you jump peek the apartments, you have to jump earlier, so the apex of your jump is maybe the beginning of where you're visible. Like he's going up and then back down again. He's just way too visible to his opponent there. So we've got Nerds creeping on short, Shao Sage is on short as well, and the rest of them are charging into the A site with mixed results, but Infernal has got 2. Ponct will get picked off in the middle of A. And but Infernal's made his way towards CT, so the bomb can be planted default. Nerds picked off in the mid in the time being. And now Specs can throw a pop flash for Infernal to peek deeper later on. Now Infernal's the only man with a flashbang. 2 players coming in from the connector position. QKA still coming very slowly, moving towards the jungle position now. Specs, will he be heard jumping into the smoke? Just got to play it slow. Now Infernal can throw a pop flash just to distract these players. They're blocking each other in the smoke, but will they realize? Specs goes for the 180 just in time. They're lining up for him. And now it's Infernal. The bomb is planted for him. That is such a huge frag from Shao, but I don't think they've got it. They've got no kit. They've got to get out. Or Shao had the kit, but he got the kill. And there is the round. 14 for Unique Stars. Once again, double their opponent. But they've saved 2 AWPs this CT side, so who knows what will happen now.
So, pronunciation update, James.
I saw it on Twitter, right? But I don't know if these people are always correct, man.
He said he played with him.
Oh, well, maybe he is then. Or maybe he's lying. How do we know?
QKA and Shor Sage. Not, yeah, Shor Sage. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Henry. CSGO.
Right, we can trust him, yeah.
Double orbs for 5 power. It's a strong answer, generally speaking, for your CT side Mirage. But can they move forth with confidence here? They've got a troubling scenario upon them. Staring down the barrel of defeats, 2 rounds away, Unique Stars. Unique Stars looking to potentially run it. It's just a distraction play here towards the B side of the map as the bomb and 2 helpers are on the A side of the map here. We've got Insanity close to the pit. Insanity could do so much damage. If he drops the bomb straight away, that's a big problem. The MP9, it's really good for these angles. There goes the flash. Will they check this? Yes, they will, but that's a fast frag from him. Unreturned, there's no trade. Where is the trade? Now everyone is tunnel visioning on this point, and 5 power completely crushed this push. They absolutely murder it.
Schoolboy football on the A site for the T's. Running out of Palace to try and save your friend is not advisable. And what has this done to the money of Unique Stars? There are some rounds to collect here for 5 power. Unique Stars will, or should rather, have a limited impact on the on 5 power for this round. Let's see if 5 power can hold. It's going to be a simple one from Unique Stars. Charge out of the A site play of Palace rather. Play the numbers. We've got a fade away from Insanity and a Molotov as well. Oh boy, that is an exchange. And now we're in a 2 versus 2. Nurse has picked up an AWP. They don't have bomb plant pressure just yet. They've got plenty of time on the clock. And there's another frag. Now QKA remains and he's missed his shot. The crouch peek from Nerds. What an unreal round from Unique Stars. But then again, it is a tough spot for 5 power from start to finish. And maybe this is the finish now.
Yeah, match points. Unique Stars about to eject 5 power from the server. 5 power have a decent... They have some firepower on them, but no nades really. And Moxie is a bit naked. Just a little bit, James. Only a bit. So I'm just trying to trigger you as much as possible.
A little bit naked.
Yes, everything is...
I hate who you have become.
Okay, so Ponct will start things off with a frag in the Palace area. Slow burner here, and Kaze is looking for his moment to strike with that Mag 7. Now, if they do decide to go down there, there's many ways to pop flash the close position. And look how suspect Unique Stars are of shenanigans in this round. They are really burning a lot of time here. They're not moving a muscle anywhere on the map. It is a complete standstill everywhere. It's as though time is frozen. It's as though everyone has connection interrupted.
And they will spot a play on the underpass, and now off they go. They're confident, but the smoke is there. They're going to push through it. Ooh, that could have been so much worse with the Mag 7. It's unfortunate for Kaze. Now Unique don't want to overplay their advantage here because they're at match point. Play your normal game. 33 seconds and they start to move into the A side. You see Nerds doing the recon, which is really smart. Then wait for the team to catch up because that could get worse for you. 2 players left. 1 in CT. Down goes a smoke. 20 seconds to plant this bomb. A second smoke being deployed. Ooh, that's a nice shot. And Nerds will answer in kind. Reload will tell him exactly where he is. Oh, he took one for the team there. That may have saved the plants.
QKA coming in now. UMP in hand, not ideal for this, honestly. He could really use a rifle. And he has found one. That is perfect. M4 picked up.
There's no kit there.
In goes Moxie. Oh, that's beautiful there. Does spot out Specs. Trying to hide, trying to delay. Smoke comes out. Defuse full. Defuse comes in. Oh my god. QKA saves the day with a USP, spamming it out, and Firepower barely win this round, but the money was collected and the damage has been done, and rebuys will be tough for them, of the nades at least.
And they've broken Unique Stars. Do they go for that? A fast play with a few flashes again? They should have won that. They didn't. They have rounds though. They have rounds. Only one more round is required. No flashes. 2 deagles. A few things here, a few things there. I'm surprised they didn't go for another flash play, be it to A or B, based on the success of the previous rounds. Perhaps A would have been somewhat predictable, but they've managed to get close with these numbers. And that may mark the end of the round. Ponked in mid. Miles away from the bomb. 2 players in connector. Got to be careful around these smokes. And there it is. 5 rounds away are 5 power. 1 round at a time. This is doable. They have won most of the rounds in this half. So after winning a horrible situation, perhaps we should not count them out just yet.
Yeah, it's always going to be a bit easier on the CT side than playing that T side. As a mixed team, it's difficult on the T side. It's technical. It's definitely going to be harder. But that said, they are still effectively a mixed team, and they are playing against the team. And so they've been providing a valiant defense so far against the strats of Unique Stars. So 5 AK is going to have not the best situation on the nades. They've got 5 smokes at least, so we might see a set piece on A. Might just be as simple as that. We get 3 players, 4 players. Okay, looks like they have called A with smokes, and they've got 1 man in mid looking to go through connector. Perhaps Ponk's going pretty quickly up the short position, standing down. And in goes the rest of Unique Stars.
Charging into the site. K is trying to delay things, trying to run distraction. Sanity will be traded, and there goes K's as well. 2 versus 3 now. There's still a man advantage here for 5 power. All 3 players have kits, but they're smoked off. It seems that the T's maybe... Well, what's the play here? They'll be relying on Infernal. Anaker's in the shadow position. Ooh, the spray. He's going to bait him out. He's going to reveal the position. Maybe feeling that they knew where he was, I suppose, because that can't have been the plan. And then they know that the bomb planter is trapped in the site, and I think this is falling to pieces for Unique Stars.
Yeah.
I think Infernal, with the time on the clock, was maybe rotating through mid, but I guess they didn't feel like they would survive in that position. There is still time for Infernal. Does he hear the sound from Moxie? He's got the angle, almost baits Moxie into it, but he's not expecting QKA to be coming from the CT spawn position. Surely, will he peek it? QKA with a free kill at the end, and now it's 4 rounds.
Yeah, it seemed as though maybe Anarchez panicked a little bit there when he's getting tagged through. There was no reason for them to... There was no information for them to know that he was there. So I think the panic must have gotten the better of him, because I agree with you. You just have to hold it there. You just have to commit to the play that you're going for with your team. And Inferno was rotating around. Either way, it's in the past. Kaze, can he hit the jump shot? Oh, well, he will actually back away before seeing the run boost. Oh, they didn't actually even work. But never mind. It's clean mids. They have been allowed to set foot there, but they are not allowed to set foot into the bomb sites. That'll be slowly but surely will be eliminated. Oh, he's got to be careful. Player right below him.
Where are the flashbangs at, man? They had more success where they had, I mean, just get one flash. At least. And now I do wonder if Unique Stars are going to choke. They have all the advantages. They have 4 of their 5 players versus 2 of the 5 here for 5 power. Now let's see what they are able to do, Unique Stars. The bomb going towards the A area. Ponkt and Nert moving forward. Annika's holding an angle top mid. He'll be flashed off, but no one is challenging him. Insanity is not shy to get aggressive on A ramp. Once again, he's just in a very forward position. Moxie will be playing close A as well. 1 minute 30 on the clock. QKA smoked off the B area. He won't be shy to get onto the balcony. I don't know what happened to Inferno. I must have missed that, but he's on 5 HP somehow. Presume he got AWP'd.
Perhaps he was performing a blood ritual. Trying to summon some kind of magic to finish off this very last round that they need. Looks like they will explode onto B, and there's an ample defense that is ready for that. You got Kaze with the AWP. He's first contact, and if that's not bad enough, you got QKA, who's been pretty solid to back him up as rifle support, and quick behind that is Shore Sargate from short. So there's the first frag. The bomb is spotted. The rotation begins. They've got Insanity coming from T-spawn as well. There is not much about this that looks very good here for Unique Stars, and they are going to back away and abort this push, and they have actually gotten into window. There might be a chance. 25 seconds to get that bomb down, though.
Oh, that's a big frag onto Insanity, but Shao Sage in the short position may be able to do something about this bomb making its way towards A. That's delaying everybody. He gets both kills. Moxie gets both kills. And this is falling to pieces. Unique Stars, do you have it in you to close this out? You've got so many advantages. 10 seconds now, and surely there's no way this bomb plant gets made. Moxie on the site will finish off the job. Unique Stars are running out of rounds now. Are they going to buy pistol again and no grenade? They've got a fair amount of loss bonus to use here. But this should have been closed when 5 Power got that USP frag in the Palace. And still, okay, they've got a flashbang this time. 1 flashbang and a bunch of smokes.
Unique Stars going supernova. Looking for that deagle pick. QKA happy to challenge it seems. Out he goes. 3 players spotted. Does pick off 1. Some cursory spam afterwards, and he's got the rifle support of Shore Sargate behind him. Five Power, they look like they are good for overtime here. One more after this one, and they're in. Unique Stars. A side that has mostly their own team. 4 of the 5. Should be picking up these rounds on the T side. QKA definitely filling themselves with this comeback so far. Nertz to offer some just nuisance towards the end, but he will be promptly dealt with. We're going to the 30th round, and an overtime is a very likely possibility considering the success that 5 Power have found on this CT side. Unique Stars, they may be having issues here.
I really wonder if they were hesitant to play their normal game once they reached match point. Everything suddenly changed after all the momentum they had. But here we are, the last round in normal time. And there's a big focus on the A site. Once again, ooh, spotted through the flames, but neither player falls. And there are 3 players for 5 Power, very, very close indeed. And all the frags going the way of the CT side so far. The flashes through the smoke. This is a complete disaster for Unique Stars. The bomb's in front of the smoke. The spray continues. There are 4 CTs here. Oh dear. It should almost definitely go to overtime.
Yeah, I think it's
but it has no right to.
No, I think it's very telling, isn't it? That sort of spray battle that Moxie had with, I'm not sure who it was, down at the pit. Because Moxie, they almost did like a full, like 30 bullet spray down between both of them, and Moxie escaped with 0 points of damage taken. He did not get hit once, which really is a good thing for him, of course, but it's quite telling of how all these last rounds have been for Unique Stars. Just such a struggle. And Marquez is trying to do this, but 25 HP, the bomb down has to be collected. The CTs know that he has to go and get it. There's only so many ways you can do that. 35 seconds to go. Sure, Sage will finish him off, and that is overtime here for 5 Power. Of course, if you are just joining us, Unique Stars, they won the first map, Train, and now on Mirage, 5 Power putting up much more of a fight, and perhaps there's even an internal fight going on for Unique Stars. A mental fight, that is.
The best, I mean, they have to forget that now. They know that they should have closed it out, but they have a chance to do the same again. All eyes on Unique Stars. This is their map to win. It's their 2-0 to achieve, and 5 Power, you must feel like, have absolutely no pressure in this, well, in this whole tournament, really. But no doubt our Unique Stars feeling the pressure of winning.
Yeah, it's not a good look so far. Kazi will be completely blocked off by the smoke. Shorsage doing a good, well, actually only 1 frag. Might not be enough here because that will not slow down the pace of these players. It's the Orc that will be brought to bear here from QKA. He'll be quickly dispatched by the oncoming Ts. And of course, we're seeing maybe the best chance of the round in the first round of overtime for Unique Stars.
They're playing the normal game.
Such is the way of how this goes.
Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? But it's a release of pressure when it's the first round of overtime. The mental war just to try and beat you sometimes. Yes. Yeah, they've gone back to that fast. I mean, playing against a mixed team and going for these fast plays, it makes it harder for this team of 5 Power to organize themselves. But then against match point, everything slowed down. And Kays may have to just try to hold on to this AWP at this point.
Yes, it is super important, isn't it? It is. They actually, I mean, QKA bought an org, which is every little bit of money counts when you're talking about overtime, because if you lose those first 2 rounds, you are not buying on the last round. Well, you are. You're forced buying. It's going to be a terrible buy is the points. And so he will manage to keep the AWP alive and actually frag everybody who challenged him at the MS, so that's always very nice. But
org on Mirage is curious. Not often you see that. Especially the full spray scoped in. I don't know what that was.
They are going for broke here. QKA is going to double up on the AWPs. And makes the jump across onto the fence towards short. Very fast timing. Oh, not getting the reward, though, of that good movement. He will be forced back by flashbangs, and indeed we're seeing that continued fast pace. Specs may have had actually a chance to get a frag there, but it will be Nerds instead, and that A site will be opened up.
Specs is doing some Tony Hawk business in the middle position, and Insanity has been compromised.
They're a different team right now, James.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's... Ooh, that's your teammate. Everybody calm down. Yeah, this is the Unique Stars that we needed to see when they reached match point, but instead they're like, okay guys, we're going to win this. Everybody do nothing. Yeah. Everybody calm down.
No one make a mistake.
No, just play your game.
No one take any risks.
Yeah.
Or you're kicked from the team.
Get to the point of winning, and then suddenly it's playing not to lose instead. But if they are to finish this off now, then there is a lesson to be learned there. And that gets better with experience. 5 Power. Now this is the round where you may expect something funky after the buys in the previous 2 rounds. CT's often caught short in round number 3. There were 4 smokes down in the mid position, still 3 up for now. QKA moving through B-Apps, which was smoked off as well, but Infernal is waiting. 1 AWP and a bunch of crap. See if 5 Power can do anything.
Yeah, there's a good amount of utility for Unique Stars to bait out some of these positions, or rather force them out of the positions with the Molotovs, the smokes.
That jump is so inefficient. As we mentioned before, he's begging to be shot in the chest.
Boost into the site, that could be good. It depends how much time Unique Stars also leave themselves with as to how good that position will be. Ponct is going to realize the A site is completely open, or maybe it's not. No idea he's being shot from taking down long range with the CZ, and this actually looks very troubling here for Unique Stars, but there it is, QKA revealing his position, and there is 30 seconds left. The bomb is in the apartment still. They have to frag out here. There's no other choice. They have to make this work. They have to force their way through, but it's looking very labored, very arduous at this point. That's a nice one for Specs right before he runs out of bullets, and they are making this work. Insanity with a very important Molotov. That's a great tap as well, and another one, and that will finish things off. That's one round. That's some safety, just a tiny safety net for Firepower going into the second half of overtime.
Much needed round for the side. Stops them playing against 3 match points. But of course the pressure is high here. Although definitely, even though they're losing, I still feel like the pressure is mainly on Unique Stars. They are the ones who seem to be suffering from it. Whereas Firepower will be thinking, okay, we have a chance to take this to map number 3. If they were able to win this, you do wonder what that would do psychologically to Unique Stars. You may feel almost embarrassed that a team of 3 stand-ins have taken them to 3 maps, and that's not something that you need to worry about or care about. Whatever, you just play. But easier said than done.
Yeah, is that like a cherubim on one of the t-shirts there? That's quite interesting. Yeah, does that also say porcupine?
That's a porcupine.
And there's a little cherubim on top, which is really strange. Not sure what's going on there, but interesting. I'm curious. It grabbed my attention. It's working. Set piece onto the A site here for Firepower, and Ponct is in a good position. Doubling up on Shadow can be effective if you're able to slow the T's down towards that pit position. And that relies on Infernal holding Palace as well, making sure that the Palace T cannot take down these Ts here. But look at the flames absolutely everywhere. But Ponct gets himself a double. Nertz will burn down Kaze. And now there's no one left.
Shahsage had a look in Sandwich but didn't check it properly. And I think Infernal killed his teammate afterwards. And that is a match point for Unique Stars. 2 rounds to go. And perhaps it will be less pressure for them now. They're on a CT side. Will they go for any crazy plays in mid, however? We've seen a few of them. 2 match points. Is this the end of the line for Firepower? A noble effort either way.
Ponct going aggressive. This is good to see the aggressions here. This will get a lot of information. They see nothing in the B apartments. They can only assume that it's A. And indeed, he calls for A. There's no need to have anyone in B at this point. They'll start to rotate 3-round middle for the time being, and Ponct will spot one person in the middle. That's Insanity gone. He was effectively the lurker for this push to come into the prevent rotation through middle.
Oh boy, they're executing into A without the bomb. Moxie's having to go back for it, and he's lost the fight with Ponct. Oh. That is very unfortunate indeed. And now QKA is having to do that, which leaves the other 2 players in a worse off position on the A site. Firepower, they lost 3-2 to the home office, and they may lose 2-0 here to Unique Stars. Bomb collected. QKA rejoining his teammate. Moving up to the Tetris position. No more smokes. 3 flashes and less than a minute to get things done here. Now it's just down to K's, and that is the end of the line. Unique Stars eventually will get the 2-0 versus an ill-equipped Firepower, who did their best. And again, but congratulations to Unique Stars.
Yeah, it was definitely a laboured effort for Unique Stars, and definitely some lessons to be learned. But it's good that they didn't fold right at the end and have to play a 3rd map, because that should never have been the case. So you can see that they're in good spirits after closing that one out, and they righted the ship. You know, they righted the ship, their home problems, and they righted the ship, so that's always good.
Yeah, and I think that will help. The experience, the pressure, and so on, they know what it feels like, and I mean, that's maybe the biggest match they've ever played, if you think about it. so you can't blame him for having nerves, but
It's true.
again, that is stripes. They just put stripes on their chest and hopefully